Hello, everyone. This is Big Papa Shim here with another episode of the Healing, Joy, and Hope podcast. I'm here today with an amazing guest and an amazing friend, Dina Argov. She's an amazing person who I met through the ecstatic dance movement, which, whoever doesn't know what that is, it's basically a worldwide community for healing through movement. And Dina herself, she facilitates movement therapy, healing, puts together events, builds communities, helps people, especially couples, work together through movement and healing. And I'm going to open it up for her in a moment to tell us more about who she is and what she does. I'm just going to explain to everyone quickly what we do in the podcast. First, me and Dina are going to chat a bit. We're going to do a meditation together. We're going to listen to a song, a beautiful song that I actually never heard. It's going to be my first time hearing this song, which is very exciting for me because I absolutely love learning new music. And then we're going to use that as a jumping off point into, we're going to chat about spirituality, about what it's like to be a parent, about healing, about maybe things that we want to bring into this world, especially in these crazy, crazy times. So, Dina, why don't you tell me and the universe here who you are and what you do?
When you said who, like, tell them who you are, like, oh my God, that's big.
It's pretty big.
And it's pretty big. Like, I'm sitting here at my daughter's room, my teenage daughter's room, and I was a painter. I see paintings and I see pictures I took. I studied in Betzalel, Academy of Art and Design. So I was always a creator in a way, a researcher. And when I moved into movement, actually, like dancing, it was not just to dance. I knew there is something in the connection between people that is fascinating me. So I think this is what I do. Like, this is who I am. I connect through movement and dance and opening like blockages in the mind, in the heart. I create retreats, and not only for couples, for everybody, people who want to process something and to rewire the way they create relationships and love, and doing it through dance and family constellation and psychodrama and many different aspects of our inner world.
Wow. Maybe tell us, what does a typical retreat that you organize look like?
Okay, so it's actually it started as I call it in the beginning a soul alignment, and it was about the inner conflicts we have, uh, especially around relationships, money, our direction in life. And sometimes we want something and something doesn't work because in the inside there is a conflict.
Conflict.
Yeah, and then like the soul and the personality don't align, don't work together, and then things feel stuck. I know it for myself. It happens to me all the time. It's not that I'm I don't know, a guru or whatever. I just combined like inner work of family constellation and voice dialogue. It's like taking different parts of us and actually putting them.
IFS.
Yeah, there are many different ways to approach it, and actually to use the group as a map to see our own perspective and what's really going on inside, and then we can actually change and rearrange and create more alignment. So I started with this, and then I noticed that most of the things that people care about is love and relationships. And this is like the most painful part. And actually also money and our purpose, it's also related to that, like our relationship to the world, what our parents told us about ourselves, what do we believe we deserve, how can we serve others. It's all about relationships and the work of the heart anyway.
Wow, it's amazing you're talking about this, because this is exactly to the T things that I've been working on for myself, and just in the last few days, really thinking about that stuff a lot.
Yeah, because the heart is our, like, I see it as the power center, and that's connecting us to everybody else and everything else in the world, like through our hands, through our, like, what we do, the magic we create, and also like when we cannot do things, it's also because of this, because of something that's stopping us here. Of course, it's also connected to sexuality and to the whole body, but this is a very powerful engine. Yeah, I don't remember the question.
I was perfect. Exactly what I was hoping for. I was asking more, like, maybe even just a little more on the practical.
What's going
level,
on inside?
Like, yeah, like how does if you organize a retreat, that's, I know you've done retreats, in Cyprus or Greece, or like where you
Copenhagen.
Yeah, so like if you're doing a retreat that's, let's say, 3-4 days with people, intimate with people together, what does it look like in terms of the day, the things that you guys are doing, etc.?
Okay. So first, we just finished a retreat with the 60 people,
Wow.
and they were in the first day. They also want to meet others, but they are so terrified, and people are strange when you're a stranger. This is the first day. This is how it looks like. It's like, oh, who are they? Everybody looks ugly. Everybody looks so strange.
Scary. Yeah.
Scary. And so we work with this membrane of the belonging. What is this tribe? Okay? Because for me, a work of a group is a work of a tribe or a family. And the first day is to landing, to feeling that it's secure here. We
Right.
connect through like moving together, so we can align our nervous systems, and we talk about boundaries and practice, like where do I end, where do you begin, and how do we respect each other, so we can all release all the, I don't know, the borders, not the borders, like the walls between us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the second day is diving deeper into relationship dynamics, and the feminine and masculine. Where do we feel like somebody is not looking at me and I feel abandoned? And just noticing how it feels in the body. And when we dance a lot. We just dance and express, and that it's okay to feel sad, that it's okay to feel shame, it's okay to feel lonely. And how can we actually like work through the body to acknowledge it, instead of trying to push it away, hiding it because it doesn't work. And then our efforts are just for hiding and not for connecting. But the moment we actually putting it on the table and looking at it, and actually our body can express it and show it to myself, like, this is how I feel. Sometimes we stand in front of each other and tell through the body without words what I was feeling in the last 3 months. And now it was after the war, so it was like, wow, so many things
Wow.
are happening in the body that we don't know. And the
Wow.
moment it can show itself emotionally, we feel more seen. And this creates um, just a safe space to be present and stop hiding and start connecting. And then people connect. People fall
So
in
what's the
love.
third day? What does the last day look like?
Well, the last day is after integration. It's like after we saw our inner picture through groups that were showing us our inner conflict, and we after we did a heart temple where like people connecting through touch and through like heart conversation and dancing in a more free flow, um, letting the mystery actually guide us. So the last day, people already fell in love with themselves and with the group. Some of them feel overwhelmed. So this day is for integration and actually like seeing how do we land back in our life with the new identity. And
Wow.
it takes time. It takes time. So in the last day, we collect like bits, yeah, like in
Pieces.
pieces to put on the necklace to wear, and internally it's
Yes.
a metaphor,
Yes.
and actually saying goodbye and saying who are friends to life from this day on.
Wow.
So this is the last day.
I wanna save this moment for later when we get more into like a deeper conversation and bring up the question of, for you or for the people you work with, like integrating from these moments, these peak moments, into the everyday life, because I feel like that's the hardest thing to do, and I would love to hear your experience about that later when we get into it.
All right.
So, Dina,
Yeah.
quickly before we get further in, are there any events, projects, things you want to tell the world about that are coming up sometime soon, or in
Well,
the next year?
it's all happening in Israel, so welcome. Yeah, I very soon I start like a 3 months deepening into self partnership. It's about the relationship inside ourselves and healing the like ancestor line of
Wow.
relationships. So our relationships in our life can be more harmonious, and doing it in a group together here in Kivatada and in Zoom online. And then from November in Tel Aviv, I open a like facilitators program, like to people who
Wow.
want to facilitate retreats and workshops and long processes. It's going to be 4 months, and it's going to be in my special way. Like it's the first time I open my whole knowledge and experience to people who are looking for a different way to facilitate.
Wow. I
That's-
highly recommend. I have been, whoever's going to hear this, I have been to Dina's events or at other retreats where she's facilitated sessions many, many times, and she's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. And actually, maybe it's a good thing to say that in Tel Aviv are going to be like every week dance of love events for singles, for couples, and just for like praying through the body. So a lot is coming.
Amazing. So let's take this beautiful energy about the body and healing and connection into the meditation. Sounds good? Okay. So I imagine, Dina, that you have experience with meditation, but I'm going to facilitate it for anyone who's going to be here with us, someone who is a total beginner. Okay? We're back. How did that feel for you, Dina?
It was centering. Good thing for me to do. Always.
If only we did more meditation in our lives, right?
Yeah. One of the most powerful and free things that we don't use enough.
Wow. Does that resonate with you? The idea of giving yourself permission?
Definitely, like I've been working on my own difficulties in love and relationships and struggling, um, feeling unloved, and giving myself permission. It's my homework. I wish I could do it more, and sometimes the permission is it's okay to not be perfect in it, and it's okay to fuck up. Divine permission to fuck up, and that it's okay that I'm asking what I'm asking, even if I cannot receive it right now. It's not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we'll get more into that afterwards in our discussion.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to throw on a beautiful song. I invite both of us to listen to the song also kind of like meditation, with our eyes closed, and to be in it and to enjoy it, and to allow whatever the energy of this song is to kind of wash over us and inspire us. So, I'm going to throw this on. This is a song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Apparently, it's a cover that they're doing of an old song, or they're sampling an old song by Connie Francis, which was an amazing artist from the late 50s, 60s. So yeah, let's see what they did. I actually never heard this, which is a big surprise. So we're going to throw it on, we're going to enjoy this music, and we're going to let it inspire us. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Nice! Wow! Okay, wait, first of all, there was no sample of a 50s song in that, Connie Francis. But the thing that they did sample was that song Butterfly.
No, it's the opposite. A butterfly sampled from them.
Really?
Yeah.
As a guy who is like a music nerd who grew up in the 90s, I can't believe that I don't know this.
Well, this is why the show is for.
No, I'm embarrassing myself here in front of the whole world. Butterflies sampled them. Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, and okay.
They actually call it Pretty Little Ditty, the butterfly. They call it.
Really?
This,
come, my lady. Come, my lady. You're my butterfly. So they sampled that. Okay, cool. Wow, I feel really not good right now. No, I'm kidding. Okay, beautiful track. And I was thinking, did I miss the singing part or something?
There was no singing part.
Great.
It's
so
just
beautiful. That bass, the way the bass and that like guitar finger picking goes together is just so beautiful. And then I didn't realize that the Butterfly was sampled from this song. Wow, cool.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What made you think of this song, Dina? Dina picked the song today.
I picked this song because you sent me a long song, and I thought like it's a long song, and when you said okay, I'll pick a short one, and then and this is the first thing that came up to me, because I remember discovering this song, and for me it was like, wow, it's so short and so full and rich and so like telling a whole story.
Wow.
And takes you in a journey emotionally and physically and symbolically, that for me it's like
yeah, what
sometimes,
did the song inspire in you?
Well, there is like a sense of a new like a kind of rebirth, and there is like some rhythmic something happening, something building up. Uh, Transformation is coming. I'm a like a transformation geek. I love all the things that transform. So there is these pulses of something is coming, and there's this feeling of dawning, like there is a dawn of something new, hope, opening up like a new flower, new I don't know era in life, and like the soul is like showing itself, and then it integrates, and then it's like coming back to the rhythm, coming back, pulsing back into life, and creating a like integrative pattern of landing with the new layer. I saw it as like waves in the sea, in the ocean, and
Wow. Yeah, like the way he's playing the bass is very it feels it's like boop, 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 boop. It's like it's got a super groove, but it's very beautiful, but it's very it feels like it's kind of like bubbly, you know. It's like almost like it's like bubbling, but then together with that you have this very trebly, high pitched, like sweet guitar sound that's like beautiful, but then it goes into like a faster like piece that has like more of a rock to it, which is almost like a little dark but not so dark. Like it's got a lot of flavors, and the song. I wish the recording of the drums was a little bit clearer. It's a little bit like fuzzy, but yeah, it has a lot of flavors and feelings in 3 minutes, you know. And then they bring it all back together in the end, like with really adding more tempo and speed and like building, but it's still beautiful. Like, wow. So this is like super early, like Chili Peppers, I think. Hello, Dina. We here?
hi.
Did we lost each other for a minute
Yeah.
there? I don't know what happened, but you hear me now?
We're here with a bit delay.
Okay, 1 second, 1 second. We'll get it. We'll get it. It will come back.
Uh, I hear you, but something is a bit like I see you in pixels.
Stop calling. Dina? Dina?
Yeah?
Am I here?
Now you are here.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Something happened with the internet or something. Okay, we're here? We're good? Okay. So we'll start over.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go. So Dina, that was an awesome song that you brought up for us. Early Chili Peppers, beautiful. It's like flowy and has ups and downs and different energies and stuff. So like, let's take that into our conversation for a few minutes. Like, this flow of the up and the down, and one moment it's dark, and one moment it's strong, and one moment it's weak. Like, how does that relate to the work that you do, and maybe life, or maybe life in general? You know, like, we're here in Israel, where there's one day there's a war, and the next day there's no war, and one day, you know, it's just, I don't know. You know, like, life is really like, sometimes could be super dark and super light, and it's just super, maybe even confusing. And maybe let's get into some tips how to integrate, you know, like, how do we integrate and like live with some sanity, you know?
Wow, like just from the way you spoke, I think three other songs came up to me. One was It's All So Quiet. Do, 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 do. Yeah?
Yeah, I love
Like
that.
then you fall in love.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And like there is this wavy aspect of life with emotions. Sometimes it's very hectic and interesting. Like this is why we're here for, in a way, to learn to ride the waves and to enjoy life and to transform, because actually each emotion shows us another aspect of life, of processing, and there is a connection between them, there is a rhythm, there is, like, when we ride together, when we are all sad together or all happy together, it's also about connection. So for me this song is also about the process of birth and rebirth that we do during all our lives, when struggling with a breakup or loss, we feel so much or nothing at all, and it's overwhelming. And to integrate it all is when we create music, when we move with our body, when we are actually playing with this energy instead of trying to avoid it. And for me, like, love is the ocean that all of this is swimming in, because like everything we feel, we long for belonging, and we long for joy, and for feeling loved, not only like in relationships, but just by the universe, by God, by our ancestors, just feeling that we're not just suffering, or it's not that everything has no meaning. This whole playful, wavy aspect of life gives a story and different flavors. And when everything is like coated with love, I think it's kind of a reunion of all our parts and not leaving anything behind.
When you
Like
say
not
love, like, let's take a moment. When you talk about love, what are you referring to?
Well, there is this phrase that when love is present, all the parts that were not loved are coming to heal. When love is present,
Okay.
all the parts that weren't loved coming to heal. This is the integrating thing. Like when you give birth, there is hope and fear and pain and sadness and happiness, and things are being forgotten and things are being coming new to life. There is also some grief to birth, like some parts ended, and the love flow that can come after that is kind of collecting everything into unity, that all the colors find their space in this rainbow. Like
So love is like,
everything belongs.
okay. So love is this. You're talking about a sense of acceptance and togetherness and oneness.
Yeah, acceptance, and this too is part of me. This too is part of my story. This painful, broken moment of loss and even helplessness and hopelessness is part of this story too.
Wow. Yeah, I just wanted to add like the words like self-compassion, compassion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When you were talking now about like giving birth and describing that, it just made me feel like for a moment like I don't know how this is gonna sound, but do you think that do you think there's certain things that men just can't really understand like about the universe because of not being a woman who can like create life in your body?
Well, it's a beautiful question. I think some men and women um, not understand some things, and also men can understand. I think they like men that come with reverence and understanding that they don't understand everything. Um, can feel awe and a lot of respect, and actually they are connected. They are feeling with the, if they are connected to a woman, they can feel it. Like when they are present in the moment of birth, they can feel their own helplessness in a moment of I cannot help my woman. She is in such a big pain right now, and I have nothing to do. And also
I have 3 kids, so I know what you mean. Yeah.
there's nothing I can do, and there is some humbling experience in it. And men have pain too. Men have
Of course.
their own processes.
I meant specifically like you were describing this experience of giving birth on such a deep level of how of this experience of creating something in that whole process on such a level that I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying me or us as men can't create things, but it's just what an amazing experience when you're creating life, you know, in your body. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's embodied. It's not just an understanding. It's embodied. Well, I'll say something that sometimes we come from after other lives, and it's not the first time we're here. I'm talking about reincarnation, and sometimes a man was a woman, and the other way around, and also a man came out of a woman. So even even if he didn't give birth, he knows the process in the cells.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But let's get back for a minute. Like, from your experience in movement and retreats and with lots of people and helping people, I would love to hear maybe 1 or 2 practical tips that you have for people. Like, maybe specifically for moms even. Or just people in general. Like I'll give an example. Like we originally spoke about, you have at a retreat that's 3 days, where I've been to many retreats with you or other retreats, etc. And it's like 3 4 days where you're going into an alternate universe, like you said, where you're doing such deep inner work that's processed like from day one to if the people putting together the retreat or the event, are doing it right, like you described, it's focused. One day you're dealing with the elements of group dynamics, and the second day you're dealing with like more connection, and the third, the integration, whatever. But I know for myself, like, it becomes integrated and a part of who you are. But then you go back to regular day life, And like, how do we take, whether it's from a retreat or an event, or just in general, this inner work that we're doing during the rat race of life, like maybe if you have some tips, how do we integrate them, or how do we live with it? How do we hold it?
It's a great question. I think it's the question. I think one of my recent reels in Instagram is about that, and I called it "Where do you bury your ecstasy?" Because there is like this life flow that we feel when the emotions are open, and when the people around us are feeling free and seen, and all crying and laughing and dancing. And then you come back and you go to the washing machine and the laundry, and you need to take care of the bank, and to write something, and to open the emails, and then all is messy. Well, one of my favorite books are, I think, I'm not sure how it's called in English, I think After the Ecstasy.
Who's it by?
Jack Cornfield, Ecstasy in Everyday Life, or something like this. Enlightenment in Everyday Life. And it's talking about that we cannot be all the time in this thing. It's good to wish for, but we cannot all the time be soaked in it. Like, it's a good ideal, and sometimes we are more into it.
After the Ecstasy, the laundry. That's the name of one of his books. After the Ecstasy, the laundry, something like that.
I'm not sure if it's the book or a quote, but this is what it means. Like, I don't know if you remember, but I had a course that was called OMG, Orgasmic Manifesting Godex, and it was about how we continue to create in our everyday life, divinity in everyday life, through our connection between the masculine and the feminine, and bringing in ecstasy in the daily, like even lighting a candle or creating some ceremony every day, setting an intention for the day, moving, dancing, like even if for 2 minutes, or doing something with our voice to express something, let our emotions move. Pray maybe with the body, or just in our inner world, building the connection with the divine, remembering, and sometimes it's just a walk in the park, or just sitting in your garden, or just looking at the sky and remembering that it's not just the bank. It's not just the things I need to do, and how do I connect between these two? This is the magic. And I think the body is a powerful portal.
Okay.
Like, actually attending to the body, not just gym. Gym is good too, but a gym of divinity.
What do you mean? You mean explain to us?
Just remembering, just thinking of God, thinking of the universe, thinking of my connection to my loved ones who are maybe died. My father passed away half a year ago,
Oh, I'm
and
sorry to hear that.
it's okay. It was with dementia, and it was the best thing could happen to him.
Wow.
And we had a very difficult relationship. Like I think what I'm doing now in relationships is a lot thanks to him. He was a genius, but not in the area of connection.
Oh my God, I can relate to that with certain members of my parents. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So I know that I am leading from my wound, from the place that I felt like, why like this? Like it can be so amazing and beautiful, and why like this? And I know why like this. It's because of pain, because of not having the right tools, and now we can. Now is always the right time to start learning new tools of love.
Just for today.
Just for today, exactly. So just for today is a good thought, also in bringing God into life. Like remembering I'm not alone here. Remembering it's not only this realm. Remembering I can call other, how can I say it? Like, a bit of shamanic work, or like just praying for help. Like if there is any one or any power or any person in the world that wants in my favor to help, being the best help I can be also to others, please show up. Please, like this practice of accepting, not receiving, not accepting, receiving, remembering that there is a lot of things that can empower me, and not just time management, but also energy management. Like, what did I do today that fills my soul?
Yeah.
That fills me up from the inside, and taking responsibility for it. Not just I'm exhausted, but I didn't do anything for myself. And something to do for myself is sometimes just remembering the blessings in my life. It's not only going to a retreat. It's like washing the dishes and thinking about a good moment I had with my daughter or with my mother, or a hug that I received from a friend 1 year ago. Okay? I create this connection.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Beautiful. I feel it's really interesting and amazing to see. I really love like looking at the direction of how all the worlds are kind of coming together over the last couple of years, over time. Like the psychology world and psychiatry world and neurology world, and then you throw in the world of like religion or theology and philosophy and the spiritual world. Like there's so many different ways of thinking that have over time, we in our generation at least, as people are bringing this stuff together, like these ways of thinking and new ways of looking at it. Like I'll just to sum up a little bit, like today a lot of the things that I heard you discuss today was like Freud. Like you don't hear about Freud so much anymore, and even in the world of psychology that's like passe. But like if you look at the most important things that Freud brought, that became the foundation for all of inner work up until today, it's the idea that you spoke about, which is emotions are not just air that, okay, if I don't look at it, then it just like goes into the air like gases. No, they right, Freud told us, if you repress or suppress, you try and push it away, then it comes out in other ways, whether that's physical manifestations or emotional or neurotic or psychotic, etc. And that deep concept, like you spoke about a lot today, which is how, but brought it to like a more spiritual and movement version, which is I can't just hold it. I have to do something with it, you know? And also, like, the concepts and ideas you spoke about more in our conversation now of that come, a lot of these ideas come from the 12-step program, as well as positive psychology, or just the spiritual community. Like, I come from a background of like Jewish theology, which I studied for many, many, many years. And if you look deeply into the stuff there, it's very similar to a lot of things that we learn also in Buddhism, and which is the concept of, I don't know whether you believe in God or you believe in a higher power or the universe or something, but the idea that you just said, I can be a channel to receive and be empowered through energy, and I can inspire that in my life, or I can block it off, you know. And just a lot of stuff you mentioned, I love all of it. I love, you know, whether it's like the inner dialogue between the voices of the parts of ourselves, or the things we learned from our parents. And yeah, it's just I really appreciate the movement and I don't know if I want to call it the psychology world, the spiritual world, I don't know, the self-help world, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but like where, I don't know, the East and the West and the secular and the spiritual are all kind of coming together more in these ideas. Like, you spoke about the shamanic ideas, like in Judaism as well, and like Jewish theology. If you learn Kabbalah or if you get into that stuff, it's very similar to things in the occult. Like, there's so much overlap when it comes to calling up, or the shamanic ideas of calling upon angels or demons, or just energies and powers, and yeah, and then just meditation and movement and breathing and gratitude and prayer. It's just I'm really grateful for the time we live in, that like because the reason I'm mentioning this, Tina, is like if you go back even 30 years, but if you go back 50 years, 60 years, right? There was the psychologist he said it's this. You had the philosopher said it's that. You had the rabbi, the religious theologist who looked at it this way. You had the hippie yogi who said it's this way, and there was all the worlds kind of didn't overlap, and they all said my way is the way. And it's really awesome to see in our lifetime all these elements kind of mixing together and becoming, and I'll finish by saying that over time we see that if you look at ancient communities or just modern communities, there's so much overlap of thinking. We may describe things in different ways or different words, but there's pretty much certain elements of deep understanding and thought that are just here in us as human beings, Some people don't believe in some sort of higher power, but let's say those of us who look at the universe in the lens of that there's some sort of spiritual or other power that we can draw upon and connect with. How do we bring that into our everyday? So you spoke about prayer, you spoke about gratitude, looking at the positive, you spoke about breath and movement, I love it.
Something that came up to me while I was listening to you is the simple idea of use it or lose it. Like, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's getting it's like a muscle. This connection is like a muscle. And when I hear stories of people that come to my retreats and they say, like, for a long time that they felt lost, they felt disconnected from their own self, depression, or like not living the life I want.
Yeah.
Not only in the things I do, but how I am, how I see things. And this is a muscle we can work on. You don't have faith, and I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about like this connection to my soul. Like I have, or the soul has me. I want to relate to it. It's not just what I see. There are other things. So connecting with the mystery is, if I use it, it appears in my life. I notice synchronicities, miracles happen. If I don't notice it, if I don't attend to it, I might not see anything.
Beautiful. So we're gonna sum up for today. One, thank you so much for joining me, Dina. This is really, really, really awesome and special. Two, can you give, Dina, specifically to moms, okay? Because you're a mom, you're a beautiful, amazing, hardworking mother, woman, living in this crazy fucking country, juggling it all, doing it. Can you give maybe 1, 2, 3 very practical tips for a mom who's in the thick of it? She's married, she's got kids, she's working, her life is crazy. On a daily, 1 or 2 daily tips that she can connect to herself, the universe, inspire in her life more freedom.
I think especially moms giving so much and sometimes feel exhausted. So the first thing is like mothering yourself, like creating the inner space, or maybe getting like outsourcing, also like nurturing myself, nurturing the child I am, because if I don't nurture it, I don't have enough energy. And it could be something from the inside, like imagining me as a baby, just breastfeeding myself, yeah, like as a mother, also breastfeeding myself, or just giving myself loving touch, even if I'm exhausted. So okay, going to sleep like this, like remembering this mother is also my own mother. Like I am this parent, and if I need more help, more support, if I can even just, if I can go and lie on the ground like soil, it's amazing. Like, you know, going to the bigger mother. And if I cannot, just lying on the floor, just lying and like imagining, like also like giving up on the exhaustion, like giving it up, like take it, please, mother, please take this from me, and releasing from myself the heaviness, and like take it. It's not enough energy, it's too much energy of exhaustion. So please take it away, release, rest, rest in peace. Actually, rest in peace.
Wow.
And it passes. It's not going to be like this forever.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Dina.